Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. We're here today with a special outdoor edition of Virginia Heart of the Home at Old Tavern Farm in New Kent. Today I'm going to make for you a delicious butternut squash soup with chipotle, a little bit of spice there, but it'll be the perfect thing to warm you up this winter. Great local produce here available at Old Tavern, and we've got some butternut squash. And what I want to do is I want to start with a little bit of butter in the bottom of my pot. And move that around and let it melt. And we're going to add some chopped onion. Want to move that around a little bit. While the onion is sauteing and starting to get a little soft, you can go ahead and add a little salt. That'll help that along. Really doesn't take very long. You're looking for just a little bit of translucence in the onion, and once that develops that color, then you want to go ahead and add some cut up butternut squash. This is a whole butternut squash, and I like to talk to people about how to cut it. It's very difficult and hard. I'm sure a lot of you have figured that out. But if you put one of these in the microwave for about 3 minutes, it will soften it perfectly, and then it makes it much easier to cut and peel. Then you would scoop the seeds out and cut it into the chunks for your soups. So the onion is ready. Now we're going to go ahead and add some butternut squash to that. Now you just need to remember that the bigger something is, the longer it takes to cook. Probably should have diced those up just a little bit more. It wouldn't take as long to cook, but they're still going to get to where we want them. So that is moving in with the onion. And now we've got about 3 cups of chicken stock. This is going to take about 20 to 30 minutes or so to soften. Once it softens, we are going to come back and we're going to add some other delicious flavor components. All right, so we've let our squash and our onions cook in chicken broth for about 30 minutes, just until it gets soft. And now we're going to go ahead and use our hand stick blender and puree it. I realize that not a lot of you have one of these, but they are quite handy. What you can do is you can pour this into a blender. If you do that, if you choose to do that, please take the little plastic lid off, put a towel on it, and pulse your blender a little bit at a time to get this pureed. If you flip it right on, you're going to have a mess in your kitchen and you could potentially hurt yourself. So if you wanted to invest in a stick blender, it's a great little investment. So we're going to blend it. And it takes a couple of minutes, but it's worth the effort. Now, if you wanted to leave some consistency in there with the cooked squash, that's totally fine. Nothing wrong with that. But now we're going to come back and add some delicious flavor components to this soup. One of the things I like is a little bit of agave, or you could even use maple syrup, just about a tablespoon or so. And then we're going to actually add a little creamy texture to it with some sour cream. You could also use Greek yogurt. I actually interchange sour cream and Greek yogurt in a lot of my recipes. And now the kicker, in my opinion, is this. We're going to use a chipotle. Chipotle is a roasted jalapeno that's in an adobo sauce. You can either do these yourself or you can find them in the Hispanic section of your grocery stores. And we're going to add that to the soup as well. I could take the time to chop it if I want to, but one, I don't want to get anything terribly spicy on my fingertips, but the other part is that I know that the stick blender is going to do its job and puree it for me. All right, this looks beautiful. And there you have it, a delicious butternut squash soup with chipotle, warm you right up this winter. Join us again on Heart of the Home.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com/recipes, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.